Hello and welcome to the Announcers Table Classic TNA Impact Review, where we review classic TNA Impact week by week. This week we're reviewing the October 29th, 2004 episode of TNA Impact, and once again I'm joined by Scott Weaver. Scott, how are you?
I'm very good this week, Dom, because I managed to find this episode on Fight TV without you having to send me a link.
Yes, I did
I-
realise that.
Yeah, I copied and pasted the title into the search bar and changed the 22 to a 29 because I added 7 to 22, so I'm quite proud of myself.
Absolute genius.
Thank you very much.
This is why you're here.
This is why I'm paid the big bucks.
Oh yeah, the biggest of bucks.
The biggest of the youngest bucks.
Exactly. But before we get into this episode, let's take a look back at what was happening in the world in October 29th, 2004.
Whoa! That's my time travel noise.
Yeah, you've gone back in time. You've stepped into the DeLorean.
Whoa!
In the UK charts, any guesses who's number one?
Oh no! Eric Prydz.
Eric Prydz is number 2 in the UK charts.
That was like the X Factor when they'd reveal the winners.
At number 1 is Wonderful by Ja Rule featuring R. Kelly and Ashanti.
God, no idea.
Toppled by a giant.
I mean, I feel like Eric Prydz's song has lasted longer in memory than that.
Yeah, it had 7 weeks at the top, not consistent, but 7 weeks combined.
Yeah, he's done very well. I hope that he comes back.
I can officially reveal that Eric will not be returning.
Oh no! Okay.
This is the end of Eric.
Forever.
Well, unless he climbs back to the top in 2010 for no reason.
I don't remember any other Eric Prydz songs, so I think this could be him done forever. Did you? Was it you that? I think you sent me it. That he's headlining a festival, or he's at a festival.
I was gonna say he is not headlining.
Yeah,
he's not headlining. Though. Yeah, he's at a festival this year. I can't remember which one it is.
I think we should go to pay homage.
Yeah, and we'll just record a podcast as Eric is performing.
You hear this? This is Call on Me.
In the UK box office.
Okay, the real juggernaut.
The real juggernaut is still on top.
There we go.
Shark Tale is still number 1 after 3 weeks.
The greatest film of a generation, I've heard it is being described by.
Yeah, who lied to you that way?
It was in a dream.
Oh, okay.
An acid dream.
Nice.
Yeah.
But it seems like we've got a new reign of terror on our hands.
Yeah.
In the form of Will Smith's Shark Tale.
Yeah, those weird fishy faces.
They haunt my dreams.
Why would they do? Mine literally do.
Oh. In video games, after last week's huge release of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, we have SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie, the game.
Oh, the movie, the game.
Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
No.
And Spyro, A Hero's Tale.
Never played any Spyro ever.
Wow. Have you ever played a game?
I've noticed that whenever you read out these video games, it always ends up with me going, "No, never played that." And they're like legendary games, like San Andreas and
these ones aren't legendary.
That's Spyro, pretty much.
This one isn't.
Is Spyro the little purple dragon?
He is indeed.
Okay, so he's like Barney the dinosaur.
Not quite.
He's purple and prehistoric.
Are dragons prehistoric?
I don't know. Were they real?
No.
Were they not?
Dragons were not real.
Ever?
No.
Then why are Komodo dragons called Komodo dragons?
They just are.
Thank
just
you,
accept
David
reality.
David Attenborough is doing a documentary like, here we find the Komodo dragon, who is called a dragon just because they are.
Yeah, just accept it. Just move on.
I mean, I always thought that dragons were like around at dinosaur times.
Scott, I'm so embarrassed.
Obviously not like fire breathing. That's a bit stupid, but pterodactyls.
Yeah.
They look a bit dragon-like, don't they?
You've got dragonflies.
You got Dragon Lee.
Exactly.
All dragons. Ultimo dragon.
There we go. So many dragons, so little time.
Drago from Lucha Underground. He was really good.
Yeah?
He was class.
So in conclusion, dragons were real.
His mask was like scaly and he had a really long tongue. He was class. I wonder what he's doing now.
I bet he's someone else that we know and we just didn't realise.
Maybe he's Dragon Lee.
I don't think so, but I can't say for definite. In politics,
what?
a touchy subject. A couple of days after this episode of TNA Impact, George Bush wins the 2004 presidential election for his second term.
That, as we will learn in this show, is not the most important election going on at this time period.
Absolutely not. But you can tell that that's why these like 2 vote gimmicks are happening in wrestling at this time.
Yeah.
You can tell exactly why that's happening.
So George Bush beat Al Gore, am I right?
I think that was the first one. I can't remember who it was this time. I think it was like John Kerry.
Okay. Or was it Cheney? I don't know. I don't know.
No.
I've got no idea.
It was John Kerry.
I was 6.
It was John Kerry.
I don't know who John Kerry is.
286 to 251. Dick Cheney was George Bush's running mate, so he was like his vice president.
Did it? Oh no, I'm thinking of not Michael Caine. John McCain.
John McCain. He ran against Obama.
That was Obama, yeah.
Yeah. But that's in 4 years' time.
And then it was Mitt Romney as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh,
we've got 4 years of Bush to enjoy. Don't you worry.
4 years of TNA to enjoy.
Exactly.
I do like some Bush.
And some TNA. In sport, Chelsea Football Club have cancelled the contract of Romanian international striker Adrian Mutu after he tested positive for cocaine.
He was shoving stuff up his nose. He loved it. I loved Adrian Mutu.
What a shame.
I think he was the start of our number 9 curse.
Yeah, I mean...
Where we ended up giving it to Khalid Boularus and Steve Sidwell and Fernando Torres and then Morata.
Fernando alone.
No,
do you have a number 9 now?
It's Tammy Abraham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The forgotten man.
He's got more goals. He's got 107 goals and assists, I think, for an under 23-year-old striker, which is the same as Haaland.
Nice.
And no, like, he doesn't play.
Yeah, but that's because all of Haaland's are goals.
Well, yeah, and he's like 21 or something. Abraham's 22 or 23 now, so he's nearly out of that bracket. But he doesn't play for us. But I loved Adrian Mutu, and I liked him even more when it was discovered that he was shoving crap up his nose.
I honestly don't remember him. Was he like a big man, or was he...
No, he was quick.
Okay.
He was like... how would I describe him? He reminds me of... Like we were talking... No, not a Timo Werner, because he could finish.
Oh.
No, like a Yotta.
Oh, okay.
So he was like smaller but good on the ball and quick. I liked him a lot.
I just think like if he was that good, like you'd have like, hidden it and just gone, well.
Yeah, but I think we could have hidden it if it was like marijuana or something. Something a little bit like it's passable. Yeah, but not coke.
Yeah.
He was sniffing more lines than Andre Agassi.
Wow. In Wimbledon, coming soon.
I'd love
that. Staying with football.
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur manager Jacques Santini resigns after just 13 games in charge.
Gone over my head. I don't know.
I don't know either, but
I have no idea.
There'll be a new Spurs manager next week, and I'll be able to tell you who that is on the next episode.
I'm trying to think who it could be, and my mind's gone blank. The only name that came into mind was Martin Jol, and I don't think it's Martin Jol.
I guess we'll find out next week.
I've got a face in my mind, but I can't think of his fucking stupid name.
Moving on to wrestling.
Here we go.
In WWE, They have new tag team champions.
No.
Edge and Benoit won it last week at Taboo Tuesday.
Yeah, oh, and they've quickly got them off them.
The next Raw, they have lost it back to La Resistance.
Oh, Christ. What was the point?
There wasn't one.
It's just dumb. The whole Taboo Tuesday thing is just seemed to be a failed experiment.
Yeah,
that
maybe
they will
it's to
do
start
again.
Maybe start an Edge Benoit rivalry.
Maybe. I've no idea. I can't remember an Edge and Benoit rivalry.
No. They love to start a rivalry at the expense of the tag belts, though.
They love to not know how to book tag teams, it seems.
Yeah. La Resistance are the only one that gets put over well.
Something that actually TNA at this time is doing well.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
So, well done, TNA.
That's literally the only thing they've got.
I don't know. The X Division's pretty class.
Yeah, that's fair. And somehow WWE have a better women's division at this point.
It's because TNA's is 2 women.
Yeah.
And one of them has neither of them have wrestled a match yet.
Yeah.
One of them hasn't even worn ring gear.
Yeah, but one day, maybe.
Oh yeah, we know that one day. Eventually TNA gets a better women's division, but it's a few years away.
Oh dear. And finally in wrestling, Dave Meltzer has reported that a contestant on Tough Enough was kicked off the show.
Okay.
Meltzer said, on Tough Enough this week, there was this huge guy with face paint. His name was Marty. He looked great, cut great promos, had the charisma of 10 men, and was a hell of an athlete. But he got cut. Why, you ask? Well, you see, he claimed he was 30, and he was really 40.
Oh, Christ.
Do you know who this is?
Can I hear the description again?
Yes, he is a huge guy with face paint. His name is Marty. He looked great, cut great promos, had charisma of 10 men, and was a hell of an athlete.
Okay. So I know that Kamaru Usman, the UFC welterweight champion, was known by the name Marty, but I know for a fact that he wasn't 40 in 2004.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for Road Warrior Animal. I don't know.
It's the Boogeyman.
What? What?
It's the Boogeyman.
How old is he?
40.
In 2004?
Yeah.
So what? How many years ago is that? 17.
Yeah, so he's 57.
Oh, gee, what? The last time I saw him, he was in amazing shape.
Yeah. No, he's looked after himself.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, and he still got signed after it, even though he got kicked off the show, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, most of the good positive things that came from Tough Enough weren't from the winners, so
yeah,
good for Boogeyman.
Yeah, he'd go to OVW for a couple of years, then he'd come onto the main roster, and I think he'd last for about like 5 years, maybe.
Yeah, and he used to eat worms.
Yeah,
like Sean Dyche.
He's got a Legends deal now.
Yeah, was he at the Legends night thing?
Oh, he could have been, but I don't think so, because it would be weird if his music played and then he came out not in gimmick.
It'd have been weird if they played a understated version of his music to try and make him seem a bit more like legendary. So it just went, "I am the Boogeyman, and I am coming to get you." And
I am in fact the Boogeyman.
Indeed, it is I, the Boogeyman.
Tis I, the Boogeyman.
And you best believe that I will be coming to get you.
Oh.
And then he walks out in a suit with no face paint.
If we can see understated Boogeyman, we've got a new gimmick for your WWE.
It's like when Kane became Corporate Kane, he becomes Corporate Boogie.
Corporate Boogeyman. He doesn't eat worms, he eats spaghetti.
Yeah, with a knife and fork off a plate.
Yeah.
Not with his hands, just nice and calmly. And then he when he used to feed people the worms, he just cuts them off a slice and just gently feeds them.
Does an aeroplane.
Open wide.
But that's it for the rewind this week.
I don't think when you wrote that up, were you expecting it to go in the direction that it went?
Expecting that. I was expecting some excitement when we found out that the Boogeyman lied about his age.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited. I don't know why my instant thought was Kamaru Usman. I think I'm going to blame that on the word Marty.
Yes. But the show opens with it's basically just a big recap package. We see a recap of America's Most Wanted and Triple X's brawl from last week, the feud between Monty Brown, Raven, and Abyss, and then finally Jeff Jarrett and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, we got to see Dusty Rhodes blow his kiss again.
Yes.
Which I was happy about. And we got to hear Jeff Jarrett say the words "choke on that."
Yeah.
Which I was happy about.
As the show's opening, they're talking about Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett having a ladder match. And one of the commentators, I didn't pick up who it was, said that the ladder match is Jeff Hardy's specialty match. And I went to do some maths. Up until the point of Victory Road, so no matches after that, he had won. He'd been in 11 ladder matches.
Okay.
How many did he win?
I'm going to go for... You'd have thought more than half, so 6.
He had won 3.
Ah, speciality.
He's a specialist.
Now, I think that Mike Tenay said that because he says it all the way through the match, all the way through the show, sorry.
Yeah.
So it's probably Mike Tenay, the professor.
Probably. 3 out of 11.
3 out of 11.
That's not a good showing.
It sounds like Jeff Jarrett's star ratings.
Well, 3. Who's rating matches out of 11?
Me?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. 3's quite good.
What does a 4 look like?
I'm a harsh critic. A 4 is Okada and Omega.
Right. That's a bit of a jump from Jeff Jarrett to Okada and Omega.
Well, I'm just saying, you've got to be real special to get an 11.
Almost.
You've literally got to do something incredible.
You literally have to fly physically.
That would probably get me an 11. That'd be fine.
Dusty Rhodes then comes out to some patriotic music
Yeah.
with D-Ray 3000. I didn't know who this was at the time, but we find out his name later, which helped with my notes.
Yeah, safe.
And D-Ray is holding a Dusty 2004 sign. The 24/7 X Division are surrounding the ring as he takes the mic.
Stop it.
But it was.
And a AMW.
Yeah, they're also there for no reason.
Is D-Ray 3000 called that because of the popularity of Andre 3000 at the time?
That's exactly why he's called that.
Okay, I wondered. I thought it might be, but I just thought I'd clarify.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely why he's called that. I can't see any other reason.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It does, but does that draw anyone in? Absolutely not.
What, the possibility that he might start singing "Hey Ya"?
Oh, now I'm down.
I'd be fine with that. I'd rather do
That's
that
it.
than watching
I'm not watching
wrestling.
WWE anymore. It's TNA now for me.
I would like to see Dre 3000, please.
Dusty asks God to continue blessing the United States of America, which is always a good start to a promo.
Yeah, I mean, it's how all promos should start if they are true patriots, I believe.
Exactly. Dusty says TNA has reached a height that many said would never happen, and that at Victory Road they will make history with or without Vince Russo, and the crowd doesn't care.
Crowd goes mild.
They're just sat there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, do you blame them?
No, it's not an exciting storyline. It's obvious where it's going to go.
It seems like, yeah, they're just throwing it. I mean, I don't mind the whole vote thing. I think that the video packages are quite funny. And I don't mind it, but if I was in that crowd, I probably wouldn't pop either.
No. Dusty then introduces the Free Life Crew, saying they will be the next NWA Tag Team Champions, and commentary tell us that they'll be facing the Naturals tonight for a chance to face Team Canada at Victory Road.
Oh, is that? Oh, I didn't hear that.
Right.
I just thought they were having a random match.
No, it's a number 1 contenders match.
Oh, that makes me sad for how the match went.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that. Just before we carry on with this obviously is meant to be like a political debate.
Yep.
I
like
think
a rally.
Yeah. I think this is how all political debates should take place from now on.
Absolutely.
I would like to see Boris Johnson in a wrestling ring with Keir Starmer, and they just start calling out like, "I'm going to give Priti Patel the Home Secretary job." And then she comes out, and then Keir Starmer's like, "Yeah, well, I want Jess Phillips as Foreign Secretary," and then she comes out. I'd love that.
Just get a shock return from Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, Prince Philip.
Huge heat. Oh, Philip.
Gone but not forgotten.
Moving swiftly on, Dusty then introduces the man who will be the next X Division champion, in his words, AJ Styles, who's wearing an Impact shirt like a jobber.
Yeah, he's wearing the front row's gear.
Yeah, he is. If he was in the crowd, I wouldn't have noticed that it was AJ Styles.
Do you know what's mad when AJ comes out? And they do the same thing for Jeff Hardy, is they shoot fireworks right on his head.
Yeah.
How does that not hurt?
I don't know.
Because they do it, like, they full on shoot it on Jeff Hardy's head.
I think Jeff's into it, to be honest.
He just stands and takes it.
Yeah, the tunnel's quite small, isn't it? So.
Yeah, but it's when they walk through, like AJ walks through it and it looks like it'd burn my face off.
Yeah.
And he poses. I just don't understand it.
I'm sure someone's going to get injured from it eventually.
Well, Matt Hardy eventually rigs Jeff Hardy's, leading towards WrestleMania 25.
That is very different, but yes.
It's all nearly the same.
Sure. Finally, Dusty introduces the next NWA World Champion, in his words, Jeff Hardy.
Shirtless.
Yeah, weirdly shirtless, but then later on he puts a shirt on.
He's in, like, probably the best shape I've ever seen him in.
Yeah, absolutely. I was waiting for him to hit a swanton with how he was dressed.
That's just what he does instantly, because climbs the ropes and hits Dusty with a swanton.
Just hits Dusty with a swanton. It's like he's on your side.
AJ hits a forearm, Jeff hits a swanton, the Three Live Crew dance.
Yeah. Oh, that's what they do best.
Yeah, arguably, yeah.
Vince Russo then comes out with head of security Ron Harris. Did you notice Russo trip as he was walking out the tunnel?
My note is Vince Russo tripped, ha ha ha.
That popped me. I did legitimately enjoy that.
Yeah.
That was probably my favourite moment of the show.
Yeah, probably. But why is he clean shaven? Because I always see Russo with like stubble, but he's very clean shaven here, like very political.
Yes, because it's a political debate.
I liked it.
It's incredibly serious.
It is. This is the most serious part of this show.
Vince comes out and says it might be the last time he speaks in front of a wrestling audience. I wish it was.
Massive pop.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a big old pop.
Dusty then pushes him for literally no reason. He hasn't antagonized him at this point. He was just talking about his career, and Dusty was like, "That's enough."
I love Dusty. He's so good.
He's just ready for a fight.
It's like he just acts on his thoughts. He doesn't just think before he does anything. He's like, "Nope, got to do this."
That's where Cody got that from.
Yeah, probably.
And then he got a neck tattoo.
Oh God.
You can't have thought about that before he got it done.
Oh, he's like a tramp stamp, but not in the normal tramp stamp place.
He began taking advice from Lance Archer.
Yeah, Dallas.
Russo says he knows that for the past 5 years, that he's been trying to that they've been trying to run him out of business because he has stuck up for the young talent in this business, saying that Dusty comes out every week to steal their spotlight. He isn't wrong.
Isn't he?
No, because in WCW, he was the guy who would push the young talent. Like, he was like pushing Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman. And
my knowledge of old like WCW isn't great.
Yeah,
especially when it comes to like booking at that time. So I don't really know what Russo did.
So the issue was that people like Hogan and Nash and Hall, they all had creative control in their contracts. But Russo would always try and get everyone on the show in some capacity.
Yeah.
Like that was his go-to. It was like, I want someone to be doing something all the time.
Okay, that's makes sense.
Like because WCW, the cruiserweights, much like in TNA with the X Division, they were the best thing about it. They were so good. And then you'd get a main event with Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior 20 years on from when it was enjoyable to watch it.
Yeah, when it should have been happening.
Exactly.
Okay. So yeah, I guess he's not wrong then. If that
he's
was the
not
case.
wrong, and Dusty does come out every week.
Yeah, Dusty kind of always seems to come out and be like, Jeff Hardy. I love Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, that's just because Jeff won't show up sometimes.
That's just all he seems to do.
Yeah. He then says if he gets fired, then so be it, because he knows that he'll be doing the right thing. This was a solid promo.
Yeah, I like this. I thought it was quite good.
And then a truck then pulls up backstage, much like a limo would in WWE, but that's not in TNA's budget.
No. Just somebody get their truck.
Yeah, go and grab your truck.
Yeah.
It's Jeff Jarrett.
Yes, dressed as an orange.
He is. Jeff arrives with the NWA Championship in one hand, a suitcase in the other, and a ladder in the boot.
Trunk.
Whatever. The classic travel essentials.
I loved it. Like, you know, when you like driving down the motorway or somewhere and you see a car with like its boot being held open by straps.
Yes.
And then you just like want to see what's in the back of the car. It's so important that you need to have a gaping hole in it. Like, you can just imagine Jeff Jarrett driving down an American highway with his boot open and a massive ladder just sticking out of the back. Yeah. It proper cracked me up.
And he gets his guy, like, I don't know what to call him, like an assistant, I guess, to get the ladder out for him, and he's having so much trouble getting it out.
Yeah.
He's pulling at it for ages.
It isn't meant to be in the back of a truck.
No. We then get an advert for Victory Road, and I wasn't going to make note of it. I switched off. I was looking at my phone.
So did I. I thought it was going to be like the same one we've had for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. But then they announced that Monty Brown versus Raven versus Abyss will be in the first ever Monsters Ball match.
Yes.
What is a Monsters Ball match?
Now, without having too many spoilers, I always thought that Monsters Ball was Abyss's match. You know how like Jeff Jarrett has the King of the Mountain?
Yeah.
Like Monsters Ball is Abyss's match. And basically,
Jeff Hardy has losing in a ladder match.
Exactly, yeah. Specialities. I always thought that Monsters Ball was basically just like a hardcore match.
Okay.
I can't remember whether it's in a cage or not.
Right.
I don't know whether it is, because I think they have some eventually where it's in a cage and they lower a ceiling onto the cage that has weapons attached to the top.
Right.
I don't know whether that's Monsters Ball or whether Monsters Ball is just hardcore, basically.
I guess we'll find out at Victory Road, because they didn't explain it here.
No, they just kept saying it.
Yeah.
I think it's just hardcore.
Right. But how poor is it that they've just announced this match out of the blue and not said what it is?
Yeah, strange.
Imagine the first ever Royal Rumble coming up, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're going to have a Royal Rumble next week, and then they just didn't say what it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Survivor Series next week. We're going to have the classic Survivor Series.
That's you know.
You know it.
Match.
You know it. You know
what's it's coming. Victory Road, so we're going to have a Victory Road match.
It's like saying,
what does it mean?
It's like when they did the first TLC tag match and being like, yeah, we're going to do TLC, and then just not explaining what TLC stands for.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, it's an odd one.
We then go to Raven, who's cutting a weird poem promo in what looks like a murder den.
Oh, I think you might have missed something from that video package.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, they announced that AMW and Triple X is going to be a last man standing match.
Oh, I did miss that.
Yeah, so it came up right before Jeff Jarrett and Jeff Hardy, and after the Monsters Ball match. So they say that AMW versus Triple X is going to be a last man standing match. You know, I instantly thought, how do you do a last man standing tag team match? Like,
that's exactly what I was thinking. Does it have to be one member of the team, or does it have to be both?
Because what if both are down and then one gets up? do they lose? Or what if one member of one team is down and one member of the other team is down and they both stay down? Then what? Like, how
Larry
does the last...
Zbyszko.
yeah, we go to the judge's decision.
Larry, we've done it again.
Larry, get off that roller coaster, boy.
Oh, we'll be hearing from Larry later. Yeah, as I say, we go to Raven, who's cutting a weird promo, like a poem in a murder den with like the plastic sheets up and just weird.
Like mannequins hanging from a ceiling.
Yeah. So normally I write down what exactly is said in a promo. I didn't this time. I just put basically he's saying he's going to beat Abyss and Monty Brown, and then he's going to win the NWA World Title.
The poem wasn't very good.
It wasn't. It just makes him look like an angsty teen.
Yes. Now, am I right in thinking that the character of Raven came from a poem?
Yes. Quote the Raven Nevermore is from a poem.
Yeah, I don't know who it by, or I don't really know poetry.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's Edgar Allan Poe, but I'm not 1,000,000% sure.
Edgar Allan Poe is a poet?
Mate, I could be miles off the mark.
I don't know. I've got no idea.
We are not knowledgeable in the fine arts.
How dare you say we?
What's your favourite poem?
The one that Raven cut on this programme.
Yeah, well, you just said you didn't like it, so that's not a good sign.
Doesn't mean it's not my favourite. That's
fair.
But I like other fine arts. I like art. And, what's that? What's it called? Musicals. And theatre.
Wow.
My favourite My favourite musical is We Will Rock You.
Nice. Eric Stevens appears for the third week in a row.
Yes.
And he's teaming with his brother, Mark Stevens.
Even though their surnames are spelt differently.
It's the Stevens Bros.
My favourite brother tag team.
Yeah. Edge and Christian who? Who are the Hardy Boys? Give me the Stevens Bros.
Who needs the Dudleys?
Oh, dear. And then Monty Brown comes out holding a brown bag.
Ooh,
At first, I thought this was going to be a tag match, Monty Brown and Abyss, and the classic, like, how on earth will they coexist? But no,
the
just
classic
a 2-on-1 match.
Modern day WWE championship feud booking.
Yeah.
It's, how are they going to coexist?
Oh no, they didn't.
Oh,
what a surprise.
What a surprise. These people that are feuding didn't do very well together.
Weird, that. Also, Eric Stevens is back after last week's shenanigans with the Pounce.
Going into business for himself. I was hoping that there was something in the Wrestling Observer about that.
So I checked the Observer, and I was annoyed at what I found.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're not going to like it.
Okay.
Dave Meltzer
basically
said, oh, I know it's going to be a squash, so I skipped the match.
No, Dave!
Dave, this is the 1 week I needed you.
Dave, we literally said last week that we're going to keep an eye out for this.
Yep. He just skipped the match and then started talking about the promo, and I was like, Dave, come on.
You missed Eric Stevens going into business for himself.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I'm still right. Can we clarify then that I'm right?
No, because you're not.
I am. He kicked.
Why would they invite him back? Why would they put him against the same person?
Because they like the spirit.
There'd be heat, and he wouldn't wrestle him again.
Oh, I'm certain they wouldn't care that much.
The jobbers immediately jump Brown as the bell rings, and then he was trying to show us what was in the brown bag, but no, you're getting jumped.
Yeah. Hold on a minute, guys. We don't need to see this yet.
No, let's just leave a brown bag randomly mysterious at the side.
Yeah.
Brown ducks a double clothesline before wiping out both the jobbers. Brown takes out Mark with a huge pounce before hitting Eric with one, who sells it well again.
Yeah.
Brown then drags both men into the middle of the ring and pins them both at the same time, and neither of them kick out.
Sadly, Eric Stevens has taken his ball and he's going home, I believe.
Well.
But the Eric Stevens pounce was different because usually he whips them off the ropes. and then he runs and bounces off another rope and then pounces him, but he just let him stand there.
Yeah, he
and then
did
just
that last week to him as well, to be fair.
Clarted him.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Oh, yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
I think he was angry.
You've made heat in the back of your mind.
I'm not saying that I'm wrong, but I think he's proper angry. So he just thought, you know what, you can just stand there and I'm just going to absolutely wipe you out.
I disagree respectfully. Brown then gets on the mic afterwards and says that this is not the place for games. He tells Raven to hop in the Ravenmobile with Abyss and go to Toys R Us if he wants to play games.
R.I.P.
I also have R.I.P. in my notes next to Toys R Us.
Yes, as do I.
So many childhood memories dead.
I literally went to Toys R Us once.
Oh.
Because the nearest one to me was like half an hour away.
Mm.
Did you ever have a Jeff's Toys?
No.
Jeff's Toys was where I'd go. That's where I used to get all my wrestling.
Hardy or Jarrett?
It was Jeff with a G.
Oh.
Like Geoff.
Oh, that kind of Geoff, yeah.
Yeah. So I used to get all of my wrestling toys from Geoff's Toys.
Mm.
Well, I think that's gone as well.
Oh, yeah, probably. See, Toys R Us was like my go-to where I would get my top trumps.
Oh.
Or WH Smith, but I would normally go to Toys R Us for them.
I used to get top trumps for Christmas. I'd never have to buy them like myself. I used to get them for Christmas. So I never saw them in shops. Maybe Geoff didn't sell them.
Oh, typical Geoff.
Yeah.
Moving on from Toys R Us. He then says he will give him the Monsters Ball at Victory Road. I'm not sure that's how the match works.
There is a literal ball that you hand around.
There is a ball. If you're the last one, it's like pass the parcel.
Yeah, it's like a hot potato. You just got to chuck it round until it explodes.
Honestly, I'd be down for that.
Oh yeah, it'd be class.
Brown then grabs his bag and says that it's close to Halloween, so let's play dress up. I had no idea what was going to happen here, but I was terrified.
I was excited. I thought it was going to be, he's been coming out in this like leopard print coat.
He was going to dress up as a leopard.
Yeah, and then start like chewing just Mark Stevens.
Yeah. He pulls out a straitjacket and an Abyss mask.
I did think it was a gimp mask.
I mean, what's the difference, really?
Yeah.
What is the difference?
I did panic for a minute.
He puts the mask on Mark Stevens and hits him with a powerbomb. Don West says that in his mind, that's the monster Abyss. No. He's like half the size of him in every sense.
The powerbomb was class.
It was, but that commentary line did my head in. It's like, I get what he's trying to do. You didn't need to spell it out for me there.
Yeah, it's understandable. Thanks.
You see, he's pretending that he's Abyss because he's facing Abyss in the Monsters Ball.
Now you see that mask is the same mask that Abyss wears, and Abyss is taking on Monty Brown. So he's actively making him look like Abyss, so that when he beats him up, he will be picturing Abyss. That is what's going on here, guys. Thanks for watching.
Oh, I didn't get it until now. Thank you.
There you are. No worries.
He then puts the straitjacket on Eric Stevens, kind of, before hitting a fall-away slam.
Just wrapped it around his neck.
He says the ring is the Serengeti and calls out Raven and Abyss. And number 51, Brian Cox.
Yes.
What?
Yes. Now, I did a bit of research and I couldn't find anything.
Nor could I.
I just found that Brian Cox was a linebacker in the NFL.
And he wore 51.
Yeah, and he played for the Patriots at the same time as Monty Brown.
Right.
So I don't know whether I think maybe because he said something about a show. Or he said something on a show. I think that he's been called out on like ESPN or something.
Yeah, he tells Cox to keep his name out of his mouth on the sports show. You can't say this without context. Not everyone knows what's happening.
The crowd went, "Oh!" So
They
maybe it was
did,
like,
but that's because they were paid to do it.
okay, yeah, they got told. Someone held up a sign on the hard cam side.
Who accidentally puts up laugh.
Yeah.
He says the Serengeti is a very dangerous place and calls Cox a fat water buffalo.
Mm.
Interesting.
Yeah, odd insult.
A voice then starts speaking to about Abyss over like the tannoy, I guess. I don't know what to call it.
The PA system.
Yeah. He says that he is the best man in wrestling. That's a stolen gimmick from Miro.
Yes.
And he'll prove it at the Monsters Ball. The voice says Abyss has finally found a voice who can express his rage and contempt for mankind. Ugh.
Is this Abyss as a heel then?
I mean, I guess like he jumped Monty mid-match with Jeff Hardy, or he jumped Hardy, didn't he? Actually,
Yeah. Hit Hardy with torture rack, I think.
Yeah. As this voice talks to Monty, Monty stands there flexing his pecs.
If you look like that, you'd do it.
Absolutely.
As would I.
My first thought is this must be
Oh yeah, I know
James Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote down James Mitchell.
So that's interesting. I hope it is.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to get him at some point.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know when it is. It sounded like him.
If it's him debuting at Victory Road and Abyss winning, I'm all for that.
Yes.
That would be a good development.
Like I said, I think that Monsters Ball is an Abyss kind of match, like it's his staple match.
Yeah.
So having James Mitchell there, having the Monsters Ball, I think that it's leading towards an Abyss win, which I'm all for.
Yeah. Yeah, this is suggesting that Abyss is going to win.
Yeah. Which is strange because this feud's really been built around
Monty Brown
and Raven.
Yeah. It felt like he should have won the tournament. He should have. Now he should be winning this, but no.
Yeah.
Weird.
But it seems like the only real beef here is between Monty Brown and Raven, because Raven like painted "Die Monty Brown" on himself a couple of weeks ago. Like it's like, oh yeah, this match is going to be Raven versus Monty Brown. Oh, and yeah, Abyss is here too.
I think the idea is like whoever wins this is like next number one contender for the title.
Line. Yeah, I guess
so. And they're all kind of in each other's way.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I hope it's James Mitchell.
Yeah, I do as well, because he'll make Abyss a lot more interesting.
Yeah, give him a mouthpiece.
Yeah, exactly. We then see an advert for the 20-man X Division Gauntlet match with some more names in. So I'm going to reel them all off.
Mm-hmm.
There is Amazing Red.
Yay.
Kazarian.
Yay.
Michael Shane. Who, in the latest version of the Wrestling Observer, I forgot to mention.
Okay.
Dave Meltzer said is trying too hard to be Shawn Michaels.
What?
I don't even remotely get that.
Yeah, I mean, I do love it when he kips up and hits a super kick, to be fair.
Like, I've seen nothing that makes me go, oh yeah, Shawn Michaels. It's
No.
not like he's trying to be, it's not like Dolph Ziggler, you know?
No, yeah. No,
That's a weird take from Dave.
Dave's really dropped the ball on this week.
Honestly, like I do support like Dave. I like what Dave does, but
yeah,
some weird takes.
Yeah, sometimes he's a little off the wall.
Yeah. D-Ray 3000. Yay.
Yep, it's Andre. He's here.
Mikey Batts. Jarrell Clark. L.A. Park.
Hey!
Psychosis.
Way! I don't like that he's just called La Park and not La Park.
La Knight and La Park.
Yeah, I'm not sure about just calling him La Park.
La Street.
La School.
La Office.
That's the Office.
Yeah, it's the French The Office. Sanjay Dutt.
Hey!
Shark Boy.
Hey!
Chris Sabin,
Hey!
and a returning Hector Garza.
Uh...
He looked so much like Angel Garza.
Are they related?
I don't know, but he looked like him. Like, they've got the same facial hair.
They might. Yeah, they do look similar, actually. Maybe they
They
are.
do really look similar.
Maybe
But
they
that's
are.
12 names.
Yeah, so we've got
So
8
there's
more.
8 more spaces. I have a little bit of news.
Okay,
From the Wrestling Observer,
go on.
Jushin Thunder Liger has been contacted about being in the X Division Gauntlet.
Liger?
Jushin Thunder Liger.
Okay, that'd be good.
That would be good.
I have some breaking news.
Right.
Hector Garza
Yep.
is the uncle of Angel Garza
They are spitting image of each other.
and the uncle of Humberto Carrillo.
That one I did know. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, of course, they're cousins. Yeah, because that was a
I
feud.
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Mm,
Strange.
what a lineage.
Yeah.
All people who weren't treated well in America.
Yeah.
Sorry, going back to Jushin Thunder
Yeah,
Liger.
sorry, I took the ball off of Liger.
It's fine. So, Liger wanted to be in the match.
Okay.
He said yes.
Right.
TNA said, okay,
No.
but we're not paying for your flights because the exposure is payment enough.
What?
We'll see if Liger shows up or not, because I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know anyone else that's in this match apart from who they've announced.
I wouldn't turn up if TNA did that to me.
I don't think that TNA is exposure enough.
No, it's not.
I would like some form of payment, please.
Yes. And also, it's Liger.
Yeah.
Like,
I really hope if Liger is there, then he does his music. Or they have his
yeah,
music because he has the
yeah.
best music.
They'll have a rip-off version of it.
Yeah, it'll be like that weird keyboard version.
Yeah, yeah. But next up, right. So I'm going to explain this from what I saw.
Okay.
Chris Sabin enters.
Yes.
I was excited.
I was too.
Alex Shelley enters. And then I
Yeah.
write, the Motor City Machine Guns implode.
I got so excited.
So did I.
My note was in all capitals, "Oh my god, yes please."
Yeah. Then they announce that it's a 6-man gauntlet match.
Yes.
It's going to last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that doesn't fill me with hope for the 20 man.
No.
There's
Well, at
gonna
least
be
we know what the gauntlet match is going to look like.
Yeah, and how it's gonna play out as well, because they answered some questions here.
It did, but not before the match started. I was learning as I was watching it.
Yeah, they didn't give any context, but
Yeah. So I just put 10-minute time limit. How will Larry find a decision in a gauntlet match if it goes over 10 minutes?
yeah, Larry's
Will
got
they
his
have to
work.
drag him off the Flight of the Hippogriff ride?
What's a hippogriff?
It's from Harry Potter, apparently.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that the thing that
You're
Oh,
asking the wrong person.
have you not seen Harry Potter?
Once.
Right, I will go down this rabbit hole for people listening. I
Mhm.
think it's the thing that Harry rides, was it, Buckbeak, they
No, that's
called
a
it.
train.
What?
He rides a train.
He also rides an animal,
It's
and
probably a hippogriff.
it flies, and then
Right.
it, like, goes down onto, like, the lake, and Harry runs his hand across the lake.
Yeah.
And it's all very sweet.
Lovely.
And
Chris
then,
Sabin.
it also breaks, Draco Malfoy's nose, so that's nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm going to explain exactly what is happening. So it's a 6-man gauntlet match with a 10-minute time limit because
Yes.
TNA can't do anything properly.
They don't understand the concept of time.
No. A new man will enter every 45 seconds.
Very quick.
Yep, which that's fine.
Yeah.
And then when there are 2 men left, didn't know this until the end, by the way. When there are 2 men left, it's pinfall or submission.
Yeah, and the men can get eliminated by being thrown over the top rope.
Yes. The
Yeah.
commentator says it's a reverse battle royal.
No,
No,
it's
it
not.
isn't. No, it isn't.
Nope.
That's a normal battle royal.
Yeah.
Like the second I heard it's a reverse battle royal, I was like, but they're in the ring.
Yeah, so
So have they won?
my guess is at Victory Road, it's basically gonna be a 20-man X Division Royal Rumble.
Yeah, probably. And then the last 2, it's pinfall submission.
Ending in a pinfall, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is I like that. I think that's good.
Honestly, they could change their mind 20 times between now and Victory
Yeah.
Road. So
Yeah, that's just the impression they've given off.
yeah. Shelley and Sabin start us off with some fantastic wrestling. Sabin tries to get Shelley over the top rope as Kazarian enters. Like literally, there is no time for anything to happen.
No. But
Uh,
how fluid are Shelley and Sabin together?
oh my god, they're so good. If
Like
only they could like tag together or something.
the chemistry they have together would really make them a great tag team, I believe.
Yeah, if only.
Who knows?
Nah, I can't see that happening.
No, it'd be silly.
Yeah. And then that's when we're told that whoever wins this enters last at Victory Road.
Yeah.
So it's nice to know what is on the line after there's 3 men entered.
Yeah, more lack of context.
Yeah. Kazarian enters and he saves Shelley for literally no reason.
Heels.
But he turned on him in that match that we saw not long ago where Styles won.
I don't think they care.
Okay.
I don't think they care that much.
But
They
like,
don't
why would
remember
he save him? What's the advantage of Shelley being in the ring for him?
that. Heels.
Kazarian then body slams Sabin and hits a beautiful springboard leg drop. That was unreal.
He floats.
Yeah.
He properly just like hangs in the air for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's clever.
Sanjay Dutt then enters. Dutt
3
looks
and
for a
0.
head scissors to Kaz, but Kaz catches him in like a Styles class position and tries to throw him over the top rope, but Dutt counters and Hurricane Rana's Kaz over the top rope to eliminate him.
Yeah, that was a surprise. I thought Kaz had been it longer.
That was a surprise, but you know what? Good,
Yeah,
I guess.
they
It
only
was a
had
nice
10 minutes.
combination. Yeah. Well, barely that.
Yeah.
Michael Shane then enters immediately after with Tracy.
Holding her hand, how sweet.
It's adorable. Trinity then comes out and gets on commentary. She says she wanted to be in the gauntlet match, but Russo wouldn't let her. But she says she's no longer asking for permission and tries to get in the ring. But security immediately stop her.
So, is this trying to make us want to vote for Dusty Rhodes because we want to see Trinity ruin an X Division match? Because that would do the opposite for me.
Honestly, I have no idea.
If we're going based on a vote, I would vote for Vince Russo if it meant that Trinity wouldn't ruin an X Division match.
Yeah.
That's a selling point to me.
And what invested interest does she have in the X Division? Because neither of her representatives are X Division guys.
Well, she likes her initials, doesn't she? She likes NYC. She wants to collect an X for the NYC.
NYCX.
Exactly.
Well,
there you go. That's your story.
I hate it. Shark Boy then enters. Give me a shell, yeah.
Oh, yes, I wrote "Oh Shell," yeah.
They start teasing that Trinity and Tracy were like brawling on the outside, but we didn't see it because Shark Boy entered.
I'm fine by me.
Yeah, but it seems like they're teasing Tracy versus Trinity at Victory Road.
I mean, it's literally the only way they could go.
Yep.
The only other woman they've shown on TV has been that producer that gave Larry Zbyszko's result in the X Division match last week.
Well, I think she'll batter both of them.
I think the producer would have them both.
Oh, gotcha. The thing is, we're talking about this match at Victory Road, but this crowd have already seen that match.
Have they?
Because Trinity and Tracy had a dark match before this show.
Oh.
And Trinity won.
What a real like big time feud.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Incredible booking.
What are they fighting for? Who knows?
Fight forever.
Yes. Sanjay Dutt gets super kicked over the top rope by Shane, and he sells it mad. Like he has to force himself over that top rope.
Yeah, it was a full on like fling.
Yeah. Shark Boy hits a float over stunner, foreshadowing.
Yeah, it looked good though.
Before Chris Sabin clotheslined Shane over the top rope and went down to the final three. Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, and Shark Boy, three of the all-time greats.
Oh, Shell, yeah.
I can't believe Shark Boy made it this far.
I know who I'm voting for.
Oh yeah. Shark Boy and Shelley face off. Shark Boy charges at Shelley, but he's sent over the top rope almost immediately.
Yeah.
And we're back where we started, Sabin and Shelley.
Fine by me.
Yep. The match is now win by pinfall or submission.
Yeah.
Shelley pulls Sabin's leg, but he lands an unreal backflip, like holding onto the ropes and then backflips.
It was ridiculous, wasn't it? The way... Yeah, clap. Really good.
It was so good. He then kicks Shelley in the gut, and he looks for the cradle shock, but Shelley escapes. Shelley looks to take advantage, but Sabin escapes himself, and then hits a beautiful enziguri before hitting the cradle shock to win. Ooh, he will enter last in the X Division gauntlet match, and I just begin thinking Chris Sabin versus the winner of AJ Styles or PT Williams. Filth.
Yes, please.
He's getting a real push at the minute.
Yeah, he's really good. He gets a lot of stick because he's not the most charismatic person in the world. Like this is
this
like,
though.
I mean, now it like probably like 2015, 2014 time, he got a lot of stick.
Yeah.
Because he was getting a big singles push, like world title push.
Mm.
But in the ring, he's really, really slick.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
And you can just tell the chemistry's all there for Sabin and Shelley.
Yeah.
And I know we joke about them when they become the Guns, but when they actually, like, you can see why they would put them together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the cradle shock is a legitimately good finisher.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like,
I had to Google what it was called to start with, but I really like it.
Yeah, when he hit the one he hit on Shelley in this match, class. Like, Shelley sold it really well. Like it looked like he had to fully tuck himself into it, and it just looked really good.
Yeah, no, I would love to see a Shelley push. Oh, not Shelley, sorry, Sabin push at this point.
Yeah.
At this point, though, as well, not being able to talk, it's not that bad a thing. Have we heard Styles talk yet? Like, I think he's talked once, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah.
You just focus on the strengths. You let them just do mad stuff in the ring.
Everything's backed up in the ring, isn't it?
Yeah. Because that's all that matters. But don't get me wrong, I love a good promo. But if you're a good promo and a bad wrestler, I'd rather see a good wrestler and a bad promo.
I'd rather watch a match than a promo, like.
Exactly.
I'd rather, if Chris Sabin can do an incredible match, I'd rather watch that than watch him cut a 10-minute promo. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. We then go backstage for the first time this week to Shane Douglas.
He is back as being Macho Man slightly.
He is with Scott D'Amore and the X Division champion, P.T. Williams. D'Amore says he wants revenge after Jeff Hardy laid his hands on the coach, and for that crime, he has been sentenced to enter the six-sided battleground with the X Division champion.
I don't remember seeing Jonathan Coachman.
I had that thought. I was going to write it, and I thought, nah, too cheap.
I'll go for anything, I will.
Oh, dear. Williams says he's had to overcome the stigma of being a pretty boy like Jeff Hardy and that punk AJ Styles. It must be so hard to be handsome.
He is a very pretty boy.
Yeah.
I don't like the goatee.
No, absolutely not.
The goatee's a bit much and the hair's a bit wet, but...
If only he was wearing, like, chainmail.
And maybe if he dyed his hair.
Then we'd be talking.
Yeah.
D'Amore says that he can't guarantee Jeff Hardy will make it to Victory Road after Williams is done with him. Jeff Hardy versus P.T. Williams? Put it in my veins.
I put Jeff Hardy versus P.T. Williams. Yes, please.
Jeff Jarrett.
I feel like every week our notes are like getting more and more synced.
We will become a hive mind eventually. What do you think of this? The exact same thing as you. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Podcast will be 20 minutes because it's just me
Yeah.
saying, I agree.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing we'll never agree on, and that's Jeff Hardy's music, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Jeff Jarrett then enters with his ladder and grabs
Yeah.
Petey, which was really funny. It would just look like a proud dad, just like, come on, son, you got this.
Yeah, Petey's quite short, isn't he? I never really
He is.
noticed. I never
Oh,
really
yeah.
noticed, but
Well, he's shorter than Styles, so.
yeah.
He says he likes Petey's attitude and tells us that Scott Hall is by his side. Weird that he teased that he, like, I just, oh God. I'm so annoyed.
It is strange.
It's weird that Scott Hall teased that he wouldn't be on Jarrett's side, but then the next week it's like, yeah, he's on my side.
Yeah, it's like they sowed the seeds, and then in the week between episodes, they like texted each other and they sorted everything out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hey,
it's
what was
fine.
that? It's like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
It's the editing, you know.
Yeah, they didn't edit it. That's the issue.
Yeah, exactly.
He says that he will climb the ladder to the pinnacle of his career. He then says, when the chips are down, Kevin Nash will be the first to cash in. I mean, sure, we didn't develop anything there. It's just Jeff wandering around with a ladder.
I love that he's wearing orange.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing I really got from this. Apart from Scott D'Amore's an incredible promo. I love Jeff Jarrett's glasses. He was wearing like these orange tinted like goggles.
Yeah.
That look really good. He did look like a proud dad with PT.
Yeah.
And PT looked like a proud son. He had
he was very proud.
Big old grin on his face. He issued him a global warning.
Yeah, which made me think of Global Force.
I wrote global force warning. We need to stop.
Yeah. The issue is we know the future.
Yeah. Yeah, we're marks. That's the issue.
Yeah, that is the real issue here.
But I was looking forward to Jeff Hardy and Petey Williams. But the only thing I was worried about is that I wrote, please be a no contest. Neither of them should lose. That's
true. Neither of them should lose. That being said, I was really down for a Petey Williams win because I love Team Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, so was that. That's what I wanted to happen.
Yeah. That being said, I was also like, what if Jeff Hardy was X Division champion?
I think he'd be in the X Division.
He's too big, do you say?
No, I think he'd be good, but yeah, he probably does. He is a little bit too big.
Maybe, but like, think of the guys in there. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he had that tag match with AJ on the first episode we watched.
Yeah, he did.
And
against the Naturals, who enter first for the NWA Tag Title #1 contendership match.
There you go. I threw the ball up for you and you hit it out of the park.
I was looking at the note and I was like, how am I going to do this?
Don't worry about it. I've got you covered.
They're rocking new gear with a fancy pink trim.
With a nice N on it for Naturals.
I presume that was what it was for.
I hope it wasn't for anything else.
The Free Live crew then enter, and I was gutted.
Yeah, my notes are all capitals. Ew.
Conan and Road Dogg will be the representatives, the two men who can't wrestle.
That's why I wrote ew.
Yeah. Conan fires up the crowd in Spanish again, doesn't ask where the dogs are. He's clearly learned where Road Dogg is.
No. He did.
He did not.
He did. He absolutely did, because it was while his music was playing. The music was playing, the commentators were talking, and you could just about hear it, but he definitely
didn't hear it.
He definitely did.
TNA's mixing at times is so bad.
Yeah, they're like, sometimes they're doing backstage promos and they're playing like some really hype music over it, and you have to like proper listen to what they're saying.
It feels like there's always noise, but you're never quite aware of what's happening.
He definitely said, "Where my dog's at."
Well, Road Dogg was there again.
I wrote down, has anybody seen Conan's dogs?
BG James then does the short version of the Three Live Crew entrance.
Yeah, it's the time limitation version.
Yeah, it's like hey, that match ran a little long, so can you know,
just hit the high points.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 live crew, next tag champions, let's go.
Yeah.
Andy Douglas jumps James before the bell, but James then starts to lay him punches and dance.
I'm guessing that Andy Douglas is okay now.
He's no longer wearing the bandage on his leg.
Yeah, which is
and
good.
he actually wrestles this time.
Yeah.
It's been like, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
3, I think.
So, I mean, I wouldn't be over it, but I'm also not a wrestler, so...
You're also not pre-taped.
That's true, but I wouldn't be over it for like a year.
I wouldn't be over it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's fair. James knocks Chase Stevens off the apron before being taken out by Douglas. Douglas tags in Stevens, and they hit a double team maneuver for 2. Like, it was still weak double team maneuver, and he still got a 2.
Yeah.
And it just says, hey, this match isn't lasting long.
Oh, guess who's winning?
Yeah. Oh, God. Conan and Stevens tag in. Conan hits a kick and then the rolling thunder before throwing Stevens over the top rope. Stevens charges at Conan, but is met by a punch from James before Conan hits a power bomb to win the match in 2 minutes.
Not great.
Not good.
Not good at all.
Just under 2 months ago, the Naturals were the tag team champions, and now they're losing to Conan and Road Dogg.
Yeah.
In 2 minutes.
They've got on TV. Like, they've got a TV deal. And so they thought, okay, we don't need these guys anymore.
It's really upsetting because, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not excited about the Naturals. Like, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
But I'm not excited about Road Dogg
No.
Conan.
I'm more excited for the Naturals than I am Conan and Road Dogg.
Yeah, I'm confident that on pay-per-view it's got to be Killings, surely.
You'd hope so.
You can't roll these two out on pay-per-view.
I absolutely hope not.
Like, don't get me wrong, don't have too much of a problem with BG James, like the entrance, but like he has wrestled the same match since like 1998.
It's punch, 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 dance. Whoa, punch. Yeah. That's it.
Hot tag.
Yeah. Come on,
Billy
Gunn. Do the work.
Yeah, Billy Gunn really carried them.
Yeah.
In the ring. But then again, they got over because of BG James, or Road Dogg.
Yeah, they only got over for the entrance.
Yeah, and that's fine. And also they were in DX.
Well, yeah, but if they were in DX and they weren't doing the entrance, do you think they would have been as over as they were?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Well, look at what happened when they tried to push Billy Gunn alone.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I guess.
You know.
We've failed to mention a couple of things in this match.
I'll be honest, I just gave you a brief notes version because I didn't enjoy it.
No, I didn't at all. I just made a note of Road Dogg was wearing a do-rag.
Was he?
Yes.
Oh, I'll add him to the list.
He was wearing a white do-rag.
Nice.
And it said,
doesn't surprise me.
It had 3LK on the top of it.
What could that stand for?
I honestly don't know. And
for Martin Luther King.
3 Luther Kings.
Yes, 3 Luther King.
There we go. Now we got to the bottom of that. And Conan has been on many, many supplements. Yeah,
he's a big boy.
He's been on some.
Commentary even say he's getting bigger, and it's like that's probably not a good thing.
That's what made me think about it because I was like, they said that, and I looked at him, and I was like, "His, like,
yeah,
what is he injecting?"
This is supposed to be a lucha guy.
He looks like a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, he does.
Like he's got no neck.
Yeah,
he is all traps,
and he wears joggers.
Yeah, he wears joggers and a bandana.
Yeah,
he's a strange man.
Yeah. After this match, I was a little down. I was like, I wanted to see Shelley Saban 1-on-1, and we didn't get it.
Yeah.
Then, the 3 Live Crew and the Naturals really underdelivered. Like, we didn't get to see Killings. I was down.
Yeah.
But then, don't worry, it's weird advert time.
Yes. Here we go. It's time for the cut package of some photos that were taken earlier in the day.
And I'll read them verbatim, but there will be a break in between for a rant.
Oh, I like.
And you know what it's about.
I like this setup.
TNA has 6 appeal.
Yes,
A 6-sided ring. 6 points of impact.
Whoa!
Where is Jeff Hammond?
They've cut him off.
I can't believe they've cut Jeff.
He's gone missing.
Like, no fanfare, no Jeff's got to go do a mission on Mars. No.
It's like, for the first 5 weeks, when he wasn't, well, for the first week he was there, and then for the next, 4 weeks, he wasn't there.
But they teased him coming back.
They mentioned him every show.
Yeah.
And now he's not there, and they don't even mention him.
Nope. Because he wasn't there last week, and we didn't realise until we hit stop recording. You were like, hang on, where was Jeff?
Yeah, he just completely slipped on both of our minds.
Yeah.
And this week, they pointed out 6 points of impact.
Yep.
No, he's not there.
He's not there anymore.
Oh.
I think you ranted too hard about him that week and you hurt his feelings.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't rant about him.
You were like, what is this? This is awful.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong, but now you've scared him off.
Good.
The biggest draw in TNA history is gone.
Go back to NASCAR.
He probably has.
Yeah, probably.
Like, if you Google him, he's like a big NASCAR guy, so...
How is he?
Yeah.
So basically pointless then.
Oh, yeah. He'll be back, I think.
Really? I think he's done.
I don't think he is. I really think he'll be back.
I think he's done. And I'm glad.
Aww.
I hope this is the last time we ever mention his name.
I'm going to bring him up every week.
I won't talk to you. I just won't reply.
That'll be a fun podcast.
I just won't reply for the rest of the podcast.
Going back to the pictures.
Yes.
6 sides of steel. The other guys, they're just a big old square. TNA, the joy of 6.
Losers.
Your ring's the normal shape.
Yeah, you dumb.
You losers.
Why don't you go and just do a normal wrestling show with normal wrestling rings?
We'll be over here doing a reverse battle royal if you need us.
We'll be over here doing a Monsters Ball and King of the Mountain match with our 6-sided ring. And we're going to make a load of women you've never seen before hold these signs in provocative ways. Because we're cool.
Also, what's a Monsters Ball match? We'll never tell.
Oh, you want to know the gimmicks? No.
Oh, stop taking shots at them. It's not going to work.
Why did they just get a load of random women?
No idea.
Who were these women?
Also, no idea.
They were just like, because one of them was kissing Chris Harris on the cheek.
Yes, she was.
One of them was holding it
Lucky lady.
Provocatively over her legs.
Yep.
Like, who are you?
They found someone in Universal Studios and was like, hey, come here for a second, hold this.
They found a woman wearing a short skirt and were like,
yeah,
you'll do.
Russo had an idea.
You'll do. Let's just go and grab her.
Yeah, this was bad.
Dumb.
But don't worry, the show's about to pick up because it's AO time.
Yeah.
We're shown a version of Scott Hall's ramblings from last week that are actually edited this time. But somehow they put in more AOs.
Yeah.
Did you think there was more this week?
Yes, definitely.
Like
I have 4 notes.
Mm-hmm.
My first note is hey yo.
Yep.
My second note is hey yo.
Mm-hmm.
My third note is hello yo.
Ooh. And
my fourth note is hey yo, Big Kev, because that made me laugh.
Yeah. We then go to Kevin Nash, who has a Wild West filter over him.
Yeah. Sepia.
And I've wrote down more or less what he says. I've missed some stuff here because there was too much of it. But he says, back when we first broke in together in WWF, and he starts rambling about how they changed their name.
Yeah, he said before they had the dress code.
Yeah, which was weird.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
No, not I. Chief J Strongbow sat them both down and told them they can either make friends or they can make money. Oh, that Chief J Strongbow. Always trying to trying to pop the boys.
Chief J Strongbow and his ways.
Oh, Chief J.
Oh, Chief, you and your ways.
I've been with you for 15 years, Scott, and I've never heard you say no to anything. And then rambles about like alcohol, women.
I just got really confused when you just said I've been with you for 15 years. I've known you for 15 years. What are you on about?
Scott, 15 whole years, and you've never said no to anything.
Good. I never will.
Good. He then says that he has Jeff's back before laughing. Mike Tenay and Don West then beat it over our heads. Which Jeff is the new Outsiders?
Yeah.
Which Jeff did he mean, though? Oh, God.
Jeff? He said Jeff? There's two Jeffs!
You know what? Monty Brown was going to win that match, and then they realised, hang on, they're both called Jeff. We can use that.
You know Monty Brown?
Yes, I do know him.
You know how his name is Monty?
Yep.
In The Simpsons, Mr. Burns is Monty Burns.
Correct.
That stands for Montgomery.
Montgomery Brown.
Why is that just coming to my head?
Don't know.
I also wrote in my notes that one of my notes was Captain Charisma Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
Because he did not care whatsoever. There was no delivery. This whole promo was just him going, yes, in WWF, I was told to make friends or make money.
Yeah.
Well, I've known you for 15 years, Scott. It was literally like
it was sedated.
It was bad.
Yeah. Have you seen some of his shoot interviews?
No.
So there's one of them in particular, and there's only one reason I've watched it, and it's because he's eating a salad the entire time, so loudly, and it's gross. And I love it.
He's a really good guy, though.
Yeah, no, he is.
Seems like a really nice guy.
It's weird. A lot of the guys who seem to be bad people backstage for politicking have come out of the business and they've matured a lot.
Shawn Michaels, yeah. Like, big time Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
He was one of the worst, and now he's like, everyone loves him.
Yeah. I mean, like, that second run did save him as well for that reputation.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Hogan's probably the worst.
Yikes. Yeah, and that segment was a little bad, but don't worry, because we've got a good segment next. Rowdy Roddy Piper's here.
I've only just realised my first note was, oh no, baggy pipes.
I wrote Roddy Piper's music hits. Oh no, he's here.
It's gotta be Piper.
Oh God. So Piper comes out with a mic. Piper said that he wants to talk to the audience. He says that he has main evented the biggest pay-per-views in history, which is actually true. This is the first true thing he said because he main evented WrestleMania 1.
Yeah, I wrote that at least we're not getting another video package.
Yeah, because he talks about how, like, I've been talking to cameras for this entire time, but I want to talk to the people. And it's like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
He said he's coming to see Victory Road, and he says that Victory Road will stand up with the biggest pay-per-views of all time. Back to the lies, I see.
He didn't know it'd be a lie at this point.
I'm pretty sure he knew. You know, Hogan and Andre, Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett.
In a ladder match?
He bigs up the Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett match. He then starts to bury Scott Hall out of nowhere, saying he's gained 80 pounds and that he looks like a whale.
A beluga whale?
Oh, I couldn't hear what he said because the editing is really bad, but yes.
He said it looks like a beluga whale, but you couldn't tell because then his music was still playing.
Yeah. He also then says, you wouldn't want him to sit on you.
No, you wouldn't.
Wait to bury the guy before he's even shown up.
I wouldn't want any wrestler sitting on me.
That's true, but why is Piper doing this? Like, everyone knows this guy is actually having real life trouble at this point.
That's also a lie, but I'll leave it there.
What's that? Oh, I see. I switched on quickly. He then says they'll have albino pygmies running around.
That made me sick.
I don't know what he means.
I think he means the X Division.
Oh, God.
Because he's going through the matches on the pay-per-view.
Oh, no.
He's going through the matches on the pay-per-view, and he mentions every match, apart from the tag team title match, actually. And the only reference to X Division was albino pygmies, and that's all I could draw a comparison to. Like, because there's the whole vanilla midget thing.
Oh, no.
I think he means albino pygmies.
Is the X Division, because we know that Kevin Nash has shown up and we know what he feels about the X Division.
Yeah. That literally was the worst thing that Roddy Piper's said in the last 4 weeks.
Besides the racist stuff.
And the murder.
That popped me, I'm not gonna lie. He bigs up the vote and asks some plants who they'll be voting for between Dusty and Russo. One of which calls Dusty Dustin.
I don't think they were plants just for that reason.
I think he was a plant who had no idea what wrestling was. And he was just like, say Dusty. And he was like, say Dustin? Okay.
I think that's a poor, baffled man that they've dragged from Universal. Or has been, because what they used to do is they used to send guys out when they were taping and say, look, we're doing a wrestling show at studio, whatever. Come here at this time and just watch some free wrestling.
Yeah.
I think that poor man's gone, okay, yeah, I'll go and watch some free wrestling.
And Roddy Piper's walked up to him with a microphone.
He's gone there a bit early. He's got front row seats. When you go to a gig and you get there early, so you get on the front row.
And then you get crushed.
I love it. He's got there early. He's gone to the front row. He's thought, this is a good seat. Like, this is good. I like this. And then he's seen a lost drunk Scotsman walking around and walking up to him going, hey, and he's
Dustin
panicked, tried to remember the names of the people that opened the show and just got Dustin. And my thoughts, does he want to vote for Chuck Taylor?
Oh, I was thinking he wants to vote for Goldust.
Ah, the two famous wrestling Dustins.
Yeah, they're the only two.
Yes.
Piper's music hits, telling him to shut up, but he won't.
Yeah, they did the Oscars thing.
Yeah. He endorses Dusty Rhodes. Piper finally bigs up Piper's Pit with his mystery guest, saying, do you want to know who my mystery guest is? Well, it wouldn't be a mystery then, would it? That's probably my favourite line that he said since he's arrived.
No, I like the one on his first promo where he's about climbing mountains and that. Oh, that was good. I like that line, though. But I did think it was funny they were trying to cut him off and just carried on.
Yeah.
But did you notice how for the whole time they've been calling it In the Pit with Piper?
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're
legal issues.
They're not allowed to say Piper's Pit, and then he comes out like Piper's Pit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's they're very much dancing around legal issues here.
Yeah.
Any ideas who the mystery guest is going to be still?
No, not a clue. Not the foggiest.
You're in for a treat.
I'll throw some names out just so they're on record. I'm just going to throw out names that I know end up in TNA at some point.
Nice.
Christian.
It's not Christian.
It's
because
not
he's
going
on
to
the
be
WWE
Christian.
contract.
I know, and I know how he debuts. So it's not going to be him.
Yeah.
I know Booker T turns up, but I don't think it'll be
far too early.
Yeah, he turns up later. Rhino. I don't know how Rhino debuts.
Interesting.
It's not going to be Sting, obviously.
Imagine that's how Sting debuted.
Jay Lethal. That'd be class. That'd be good. But it wouldn't be a mystery guest, would it?
My mystery guest, this guy you've never heard of.
This indie guy. Here he is.
Yeah.
No, I've got no idea.
Good. You're in for a treat.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, no, you're not. We then go backstage to Jarrett, who's still lugging around his ladder.
I love it. I love this
And
so much.
this is the point where I realise, hang on, there were loads of ladders in the building last week. You didn't need to bring your own.
Unless he took them all home.
Yeah, it was just like, you're not having any of them.
These are mine.
Yeah.
It's like, you know when that kid at school used to bring a football every day?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the kid at work that brings the ladder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose if Jeff Hardy doesn't have a ladder, how's he going to win the ladder match?
Exactly. Someone's got to bring the hardware.
Exactly. After the break, Jarrett makes his entrance with his ladder.
Yes.
You know, the classic entrance.
Yeah. It's my favourite Jeff Jarrett entrance so far.
Yeah, the one with the ladder. He then gets on commentary and sits on top of his ladder.
Oh, I love that.
That will be this week's thumbnail.
I thought it looked really cool.
That's going to be this week's thumbnail.
Perched on the top with an extra long cable.
Yeah. No, Jeff Jarrett in his bright orange jumper on top of a ladder with a headset on is the thumbnail.
Like a floating tangerine.
Unless it doesn't fit, so subject to change. But then P.T. Williams makes his entrance, followed by Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Jeff gets to the top rope and botches a Triple H spit. Like he just drools down himself like a baby.
Dribbled.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, it was strange. Like Jeff Hardy doesn't normally do a spit thing.
No, but like immediately I thought of Triple H. That's the only thing I can think of, like liquid coming out the mouth.
It looked like milk as well. Like it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't water. Like it was. It had a colour.
It was weird.
It was like a milky, like, ugh, horrible,
Yeah.
like mouthwash.
I really didn't know what was going on.
No, strange.
Williams jumps Hardy as the match starts because everyone must jump everyone before every match.
Yeah, it's in the contract.
Yep. Williams goes for a powerbomb to Jeff Hardy, but Jeff counters with a backdrop, and we get head into an ad break.
I don't think he was going for a power bomb.
It looked like it, the way he was pulling them up.
He was going for the Canadian Destroyer.
No, he was pulling them up. He wasn't going for the...
No. That's my argument.
Good point. After the break, Williams is in control with Jeff in a tree of woe, and he stands on the ropes and shouts, "Oh, Canada," with his hand on his chest, which loved that.
Loved it.
Williams hits a neck breaker to Jeff and whips him into the corner, but Jeff counters with a whisper in the wind, which is really nice.
Yeah, it was a bit slower than the one last week.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as that one. That one was unreal.
Yeah, but no, it's still a good move, isn't it?
Hardy then hits a backdrop, and all the while, Mike Tenay and Jeff Jarrett are arguing on commentary.
Yeah.
Tenay argues that the ladder match is Jeff Hardy's speciality, which I've told you it isn't.
We've been over this, Mike.
But Jeff Jarrett makes a point. He's got Scott Hall in his corner, who is one of the originators of the ladder match.
I heard him say something about that. I didn't quite catch it.
So, I wrote, go off after this, because that's what I'm going to do. So,
go ahead.
In all of wrestling, we are told that the first ever ladder match is Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon, WrestleMania 10 for the IC title.
I believed it was.
That's a lie.
Whoa!
The first ever ladder match is Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart.
What?
This was a couple of weeks before WrestleMania 10. They did it as a test to see if it would work.
Oh, what, on a house show?
It was recorded because there's footage of it, but it was never aired.
Okay.
So basically, they went, okay, we need to see if a ladder match will work. We'll get our best two guys. We'll stick them in a match with a ladder. And yeah, the first ever ladder match is Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, even though it wasn't televised.
Well, there's your history lesson, kids.
There's your history lesson. That's literally one of the few bits of history I know.
I didn't know that. You've taught me something.
And the thing is, right, how good would that match be? Because I know you're not a massive Bret fan, but you can appreciate him in the ring.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm not a massive Bret fan, not because of his work in the ring.
Yeah.
It's because of stuff outside the ring and his attitude. And I just don't particularly find him as a very likable character. But in the ring, he's quality. Like,
Oh
don't
yeah,
get me wrong. That would be an amazing match as long as
yeah.
Shawn went over.
I don't believe he did because I think Brett was world champion at the time.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. Or no, he just won the Rumble, so he was challenging Yokozuna at Mania.
You'd have thought that if Shawn was gonna be in the match with Razor, they would have let him win it, just to, like, see how it feels climbing up to the top and taking down whatever was hanging, and
He bumped like a madman in it as well.
I bet he did. Dolph
Yeah,
Ziggler did.
yeah, yeah, exactly. No, it's Michael Shane.
Oh, I apologise. Sorry, Tracy.
uh, Scott D'Amore grabs the feet of Jeff Hardy to distract him, allowing Williams to roll him up for 2. Hardy ducks a punch and hits his DDT, which I've just started to notice isn't very good.
Was it the DDT or was it a flatliner?
Is that what it is?
The thing where he, like, hooks the
He
arm on
falls
top.
onto his back and
Yeah, that's a flatliner.
right, because it
Yeah,
looks like a bit like a DDT.
I don't ever remember Jeff Hardy ever using that,
Because he's
and
used
then
it like 3 weeks in a row.
he's used it in every match we've watched him in,
Yeah,
and, like, every time he does it, it's like, "What? I don't remember him doing that."
yeah. Jeff then climbs to the top rope for a Swanton Bomb, but Jarrett runs to ringside and pushes him off the turnbuckle whilst the referee is distracted by Scott D'Amore.
Yeah.
Williams sets up the Canadian Destroyer, and at this point, I'm popping. I'm like,
I
go
got
on, Petey.
Yeah, I got really excited because
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know if Jeff Hardy would be able to do it. Like, if
Oh,
Pete
Jeff can do anything.
No, I don't think he could.
Right.
I love Jeff Hardy. I think he's really good in the ring. I just think he's too big to do a Canadian Destroyer to.
Right. Before Williams can hit the Canadian Destroyer, AJ Styles comes out and hits Williams with the inverted DDT, which is unbelievable. He springs off the ropes, hits a flip, and grabs him into the DDT, and then falls. Oh,
Over Jeff Hardy as well, who's, like,
yeah.
between Williams' legs. Oh, it's so
AJ Styles
slick.
is the best thing about this show every week.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the X division is,
Yeah,
and everyone in it.
yeah. All the while, Jarrett has distracted the referee after pushing Hardy off.
Yeah.
Hardy doesn't even hit another move. He covers Williams for the win.
Yeah,
That was weird
strange. Yeah.
because that's not Styles' finisher.
No, and it kind of sets it up that the match could be ended by the flip inverted DDT.
Yeah, I suppose if then he kicks out of that, it's like, oh, that was exciting. I don't
Yeah,
know.
at least to a near fall, it'll be all right.
Yeah,
Unless,
I just won't believe that a pay-per-view match would end with that move.
oh god, no, it won't. I
Although
really hope it doesn't.
that is the move that he beat Roddy Strong with.
Oh yeah, I guess
So they have built it up a little bit.
maybe they tell him to stop using it as a finisher when Sting turns up. Is
Yeah,
it basically the Scorpion Death Drop just
yeah,
with
it
a
is.
just with a flip involved?
Yep.
But I like the move a lot. Like, he does it seamlessly every single time.
Yeah. But as the show ends, Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles scamper off as Jeff Jarrett shouts at them.
Like an angry orange.
Yes, a very angry orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, not a bad show, but not the best. The plot lines moved along slowly. Some matches were set up, but nothing groundbreaking here.
No, it just felt like a bit of a filler.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like they had 2 weeks left to go towards Victory Road, and they just thought, "Ah, yeah, just chuck this out there."
Yeah.
We'll
One
just
thing I
get
can
get
say
that
is that
out.
the show happened.
It happened. I won't remember much of it.
No, none of this will live in the memory.
No, in a couple of weeks when we're doing Victory Road, we will look back and think, "Oh, yeah. Oh, no, nothing happened that week."
Yeah. Remember Jeff Jarrett's orange jumper?
Oh, and his glasses, yeah. I
Yeah.
remember the image of him sat with the commentary headphones on, because that
Yeah.
was really funny. That
Yeah,
was
it was.
genuinely funny, and I remember him carrying his his ladder around during backstage segments, but no, not a lot else.
Yeah. I think the highlight of the show for me was the X Division Gauntlet match.
Yeah.
Once I found out what the rules were.
Yeah. Yeah, once they explained it.
Yeah.
I think my highlight was probably the photo video package thing.
Yeah.
The 6 appeal.
Definitely.
My favourite part. Either that or the Hey Yo promo.
Yeah. The
Because
one thing I've
who
noticed.
doesn't want to see Scott Hall paintball park?
That's true. And I did look back, and it is definitely a paintball park.
Oh, absolutely is, yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed that the one thing that we like the least is the older guys showing up, and it's not just because it's the older guys. It's just Roddy Piper's been bad.
Yeah.
Scott Hall has been not good. Kevin Nash was weird.
It was so unenthusiastic.
Yeah. And then them taking shots at the WWE. Like, literally, they're the only things we said we don't like.
Yeah, and it's because they've been the worst bits.
Yeah.
We like good stuff. If Roddy Piper came out and cut or did the video packages, and the video packages were really well edited, he was telling like compelling stories that weren't like breaking kayfabe. It wasn't like a badly done shoot promo. I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
Like if it was good, we'd say it's good. If it's bad, we'll say it's bad. Like it just so happens to be the older guys and the shots at the WWE that we don't like.
Yeah. Yeah. But if they just focused on their own talent, like the Kazarians, the Styles, etc.
Bobby
I
Roode.
think, yeah. Oh, just push Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Bobby Roode yesterday at time of recording just retained tag titles. I'm still not satisfied. I want more Bobby Roode in my life.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever getting like in current timeline.
That's why I've come to this timeline. I'm still not getting it.
In the current MCU,
Hmm.
we're not getting enough Bobby Roode. In this MCU, he's a tag champ, but we're still not really getting enough Bobby Roode.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's a lot of good talent in this.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely more good than bad most weeks.
I'd say as well, because on the last couple of weeks, we've kind of shot on Monty Brown a little bit. At least I have. His last 2 weeks, his last 2 matches, he's put on better matches and he's done more moves.
Yes. Yeah, he has.
So he's slowly winning me back over.
It's weird that he wouldn't bring those out for the guys who he's wrestling good matches with. Like, he's bringing out his better stuff for squashes. It's weird.
Yeah, but it's when he will eventually bring them out in a big match, hopefully the Monsters Ball match at Victory Road, it'll be good. Like it'll be a better match than he had with Raven a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. And if you'd have asked me like, oh, who's going to win that 3-way before this week, I'd have been like, oh, it's obviously Monty Brown. He's like the only one they've pushed.
Yeah.
But now it has to be Abyss, surely.
When we even said when they were doing the world title tournament, we were like, oh, Monty Brown's winning this. Because he was the only one they pushed again.
Yeah.
It seems like they kind of get hyped on Monty Brown, and then when it comes to pulling the trigger on him, they're like, oh, okay, no.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd have the world title on him yet.
No, but I probably would have had him in the Victory Road match just because he was the only one that actually had any interaction with Jeff Jarrett recently.
Yeah. I think the issue is, how does Jarrett beat him? And the answer is guitar 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Guitar, stroke, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Maybe they just didn't want him losing a world title match yet because they had big plans. I really don't know.
No, that's fine. I just hope that eventually he gets to the level, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to see him get really angry and be let loose in the X division.
I want to. Oh my god!
Yeah, exactly. Just throwing Petey Williams around.
Can you imagine how the guys in the X division would sell the pounds?
Exactly.
They would fly.
Imagine Chris Sabin and Shelley selling it.
Right, genuine question. Do you think that if he hit Sanjay Dutt with a pounce, he would be able to, or Sanjay would be able to
get over the top rope
by flying over the top rope?
Absolutely.
Because the thing when Cesaro started doing the swing,
yeah,
I remember it was like 2016, 2015-ish. People were saying like, if Cesaro does the swing to a smaller guy, like if Cesaro did the swing to Rey Mysterio,
throw him over the top rope,
he could build up so much momentum that in the Royal Rumble he could get him over the top.
I think he'd kill him.
And he did it one week. I remember watching it, and I was on Twitter as well. And it was like a pay-per-view, like, I don't know, Survivor Series or something.
Yeah.
And he did it to a smaller guy. I can't remember who. And everyone on Twitter was like, "Oh my god, it's going to happen. He's going to fling him over the top rope." I think Monty Brown could send Sanjay over the top.
It's a shame because obviously we know that he goes to WWE eventually and becomes Marcus Corvon.
Yeah.
Imagine him in a Royal Rumble pouncing someone over the top rope.
God, yes, please.
Oh.
We've been robbed of Monty Brown.
Oh, yeah, no. Sean Ross Sapp said it recently. He was like, there was a question to him. Yeah. One of the questions was like, oh, what's one of the biggest what ifs in wrestling? And he said Monty Brown. And I think it was half tongue in cheek, but like,
I don't think it was. I think it was genuine.
It's just weird that Monty Brown was his first thought.
So what if Monty Brown hadn't have retired?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, what if?
Yeah.
Because he's got the look.
Yeah, and he's got the finisher, more importantly.
He can cut a promo.
Yep.
He's got the finisher. He just needed a moveset.
Yeah.
And each week with these jobber matches, he's showing more and more moves that make me think, okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's a real shame.
Yeah.
Weird to leave on a bad note because I did genuinely quite enjoy this show.
Yeah.
Nothing that blew my socks off, but
it was just fun to watch.
Yeah. But before we go, Victory Road, November 7th, will be the episode after next week's.
Whoa. Are we doing the announcement, Dom?
Oh, we're doing the announcement.
Oh, boy.
For Victory Road, there will be a 3-hour watch-along. You will be able to watch Victory Road along with us. We will tell you when it will start, you hit play, and we'll give you our live commentary of what's happening so you can watch along with us.
What an exciting time.
We'll also be uploading a review not long after. And then the next episode will be out the same time, that same week. We're grafting for you.
Kayfabe. We both have just started new jobs.
Yes.
We are working for this.
Oh, yeah.
And we will give you a 3-hour extravaganza. A 3-hour wrestling extravaganza that will rival the likes of WrestleMania Night 1, will rival the likes of WrestleMania Night 2, will rival the likes of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver Night 1, will rival the likes of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver Part 2, because I don't know. But we are bringing you a 3-hour live special. And I, for one, can't wait.
I cannot wait. But first, we've got to get through the Go Home show. So join us next week for the November 5th episode of TNA Impact. If you enjoyed the video, hit subscribe, hit like, and check out theannouncertable.com for the latest wrestling news.